Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited. I've just got home from work. I have got a delivery, as you can see right here in front of me. Jordan has sorted them out for me into different piles for certain reasons. But yes, today is the Get Graded slab review. I sent off quite a few, as you can see, um, just so that for you guys, you can see the product, you can see the quality. Um, there's obviously a lot of positives, a lot of negatives that have been going around about the company. I wanted to bring you guys a review from a neutral perspective of someone who's got the products, what the products are like, and the quality of them. I'm hoping, obviously, there can be a UK graded company that can stick around for the means of being able to make it easier for us to grade cards rather than waiting a long time for PSA and paying high prices. But yeah, I just thought this would be a great video for everyone to find out sort of if they're a good enough company to send their cards to grade to. So just watch this video. If you think they're good enough, go and send your cards to them. I'm not telling you whether you should or shouldn't. I'm just trying to show you a video of the review of the cards so that you guys will know whether or not you want to send your cards off. I'm in no way sponsored by them or partnered with them, so this will be a completely neutral review. I'll give my honest thoughts on it. And yeah, if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like the video so we can get the video out there to everyone, because of the algorithm of YouTube. The more we like the video, the more people that watch the video. But yeah, let's get straight into this. Like I said, Jordan sorted these out for me. I've just got back from work. I don't know the grades. There's a pile of mats here. The guy that I pulled the Charizard for on stream, so make sure you stick around to see. I'm pretty sure Jordan said the Charizard's last in this pile, which obviously we are buzzing to see the grade for that one. I've got a load for my own collection here. I've got some other random bits here, some Yu-Gi-Oh, which I'm tempted to keep some of the cards and stuff, but again, it's not ones that I necessarily collect specifically like my Pokemon ones. But yeah, we're just here to see what we can do and see if you guys would like to get yourselves some graded cards. The reason I sent off to get graded is because they're a new company. I thought, why not try them out for you guys, but also I just want some cards slabbed for myself without waiting for PSA and without paying PSA prices. So I think if you look on the back here, I think with the holo on the back it looks pretty sick. As far as I can see, they're in sleeves, so they're nice and protected. Oh, I've just shown. I may as well show this one now that I've shown it. As you can see, it looks pretty sick. I think the label's pretty neat. The writing's quite small, so on screen it might be a bit difficult for you to read. But as far as I can see, the quality is pretty good. I have seen some problems with some of the printing. It's not necessarily quite as good quality as some others. So we will be looking at that sort of thing in this video, but hopefully they've kept the quality fairly consistent all the way through. But this is a Charizard and Reshiram GX promo card, a 6, not the greatest. It's got 5 on surfaces and 5 on corners. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to show you on screen, but as far as I can see with this card, I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. So not a good start. To the naked eye, to me, this card looks pretty clean. So I'm not sure where they've picked up the corners or surfaces there, but there's obviously something that they've seen that I can't see right now. But yeah, 6. Not the start we wanted. On to the next card. We have got a Mega Charizard. So as you can see from the sub grading, we've got a 9 on surfaces, 9 on edges, 8.5 centering, and corners at 9.5. So pretty good all round. It's a pretty clean card, pack fresh. Most of these cards are pack fresh other than the ones that are a bit older. And a 9, as you can tell by the stats. Yeah, this card's pretty clean. Mega Charizard's one of these ones that I collect, obviously being the Charizards. I collect lots of Charizards. There's also going to be Pikachus in this pile, and a Celebi or 2, I believe. But this card is definitely a clean one. I agree with the stats very much. Just a shame it's not a 10, but we don't mind starting with a starting with a 9. Not quite got a 10 yet. Next up, we have got, let's get this on the screen, Charizard V4 Art. Surfaces 8, edges 8, corners 8, and centering 8.5. I don't know, obviously, how they judge this to a certain extent. Like, I don't know their procedures, but for most of these cards, most of them are pack fresh. If they pick up on a little nick or two, that's obviously going to drop it right down. But as you can see, it's an 8 overall, which makes sense with 3 8s on the board and an 8.5 for centering. So far, the quality's been pretty good by what I've seen. The print is pretty good. I don't believe there's any typing errors, which was something else I've seen, which hopefully they've decided to keep an eye on and try and keep quality control at its best. Evolutions is spelt right. Yeah, everything is spelt right here. But yeah, the printing quality is pretty good. I'm not going to talk too long on each one now, because I know it's going to be a super long video if I do that. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as possible. So let's get this one. We've got another Charizard here. We've got some pretty good stats there, 9.5, 9.5, 9 and 8. So I'm assuming, there we go, it's a nice 9. This is the Hidden Fates promo from the tin. Again, another Charizard, so this one will be going in my collection, most definitely. Again, quality looks pretty good. I believe they slab the cards in a sleeve. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, because I'm pretty sure most other places don't. Do they do that? I'm not entirely sure. You'll have to let me know. I'm not sure if they actually do. Another thing I seen was in a video that another YouTuber showed off their slabs. They got sent back their top loaders. No top loaders for me, so I'm not sure if that was just a one-off that they just decided to give it back. But from this one again, 9.5, 9, 8.5, 8, so a rough average of 8.59. So there we go, we've got a 9. Obviously these cards aren't going to have the value of PSA. That's just because of how long they've been around, how well trusted they are, how well worldwide they are. But these cards, I think these slabs look pretty sick. If you were a neutral that had never heard of any of the grading companies before, I feel like, as we get a chunk of chew, I feel like you would be quite happy with these slabs, with how they look and with how they are. We've got Pikachu VMAX here from Vivid Voltage, 8.5 surfaces, 7.5 centering, 8 and 8, so an average of 8 exactly. So we probably know what this grade's going to be, 8 near mint. So far, quality's been pretty good. I will take a closer inspection for myself of all the grades, so if any have got dodgy edges or corners, like this one's got 8 on pretty much everything. Yeah, it's got some whitening on the top. I'm not sure if you can see that from the camera, but there's definitely some whitening on the top of the card and some of the corners, so completely agree with the 8 there. Some half decent slabs so far. I didn't go too crazy sending off too many cards, but I definitely did a big sample size to go with, so it was easier to review. Here we have a Shining Legends Raichu GX promo card. Surface is 10, centering 9, edges 9, corners 10. So there was a bit of confusion with some people. They're like, oh, how can you give a card a 10 if it's not got all 10 stats? Here we go, Pristine 10. It's because 2 out of 4 are 10s, the other 2 are 9, so the average would be 9.5. Because I believe they're not doing the 0.5 system, they average it up to 10, so it's a pristine 10. But if you get all 4 10s, I believe it becomes a flawless 10, and that is probably what we're looking for. If you get a flawless 10, it means your card is perfect. They couldn't find anything wrong with it. They couldn't fault it in any way, shape or form, which I wouldn't imagine there'll be many, if any, at the minute. But yeah, this card's pretty flawless. It's pristine 10. Again, No printing errors as far as I can see. The quality looks pretty good. Not too shabby. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this. Have you heard anything about the company yet? Have you sent your own cards off for grading? Have you come back pretty good? This is again, I've got one of these. I know Matt's got one of these. Celebi Amazing Rare. I said both of these were pretty flawless. As you can see, it's got 9.5, 9.5, 10, and a 9. So again, an average of 9.5. We get the 10. I couldn't really see too much wrong with these cards when I was looking over them, so I was expecting 10s, especially with these Amazing Rare Celebis. I didn't really send off too many that I thought, not really got a chance of 10, but there's a couple of older ones which I sent off which might not get as higher grades, but a 10 for the Celebi. Celebi's a Pokemon I collect, so I'm absolutely buzzing to see a 10. I'm just checking over the writing and stuff, guys, because I don't want to miss something that you guys see and then have people complaining in the comment section like, oh, you didn't pick up on this misspelling or something. This is one of my favourite cards I've ever pulled out of any pack. Hidden Fates, Shiny Charmeleon, surfaces 9, centering 9, 10 edges, 10 corners, so this is definitely one that I'd love to have in a 10. I don't have the Shiny Charizard, but Matt does. And I believe I will be trying to trade for a shiny Charmander very, very soon as well. So hopefully I can complete the little collection and have them all graded at some point. But we have another 10. Again, like I said, the logic is it's a 9.5 on average. So they round that up to 10, but it's not a flawless 10, it's just a pristine 10. Again, another one of these cards that I couldn't find any faults in. So I'm not surprised that it's a 10. Just checking little things like Charmeleon is spelt right. Just checking sort of like the numbers or the sets. Just checking that everything is in good order. Doing close-ups so you guys can check for yourselves and write in the comment section. But yeah, so that's my collection ones. So they're the ones I went through a bit slower because I wanted to see them. I've got 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards in here. So Dark Magician. So if anyone's a Yu-Gi-Oh fan or played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid like I did, this boy is just an OG. 8, 9, 9.5, and Edge has got 7.5. The Edge is letting us down here for potentially would have been not far off a 9. Well, it wouldn't have quite been a 10 because of the surfaces as well. But we got a mint 9, 9.5, 9, 8, 7.5. Again, probably averages about what, 8.5. I think I'm quite lucky to get a 9 here. With the subgrades, I think it probably would look more towards an 8 with the 8 and the 7.5 on surfaces and edges. But very happy this came back in a 9. This is definitely one that I will be keeping for myself. Dark Magician spelt right. Again, just trying to pick out any sort of problem to show you guys if there is any. But so far, all the typing's right. The slabs look pretty sick. They all come in their sleeves. The only thing was, like I said, I seen someone else get their top loaders back, but I didn't, so that was just one problem. I will say I didn't get an email with my tracking number, and when they arrived today, me and Jordan didn't know they were supposed to be arriving, so she was asking me what I had bought. So that bit of communication there wasn't so good. They communicated well with me when they told me about waiting for the labels, so the time period would be a little bit longer. Here we go, we've got near mint 8. So because the surface is a 7, this brings it right down to an 8. Whereas with the Dark Magician it had a 8 and a 7.5 and 2 9s, but kept the 9. So that's where they've just got to try and find a little bit of consistency with their averages. They've just got to try and make sure that if this is the case, that they do it with every single one. Otherwise some people will be complaining if they've got the same subgrades as someone but one lower grade than someone else. But this is my Blackluster Soldier. Again, this one's from 2012 I believe, so I wasn't expecting a 9 or 10, but an 8 is fantastic. Yeah, I've only sent off 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. because they were the 3 of my favourites. This one I believe was a Game Boy promo. It's from Prismatic Secrets, and this one is a bit weird because the prices were quite high randomly, and then sometimes they were low and sometimes they're high. So I got it off for grading just to see. I know this one's not in the greatest of nick, as you can see. 3 corners, 4 edges, 5 surfaces, 8.5. So this is the one of the first cards that's not packed fresh and been looked after, and you can tell because they've given us a 4. So all the other grades have like a good or a near mint or whatever, but the 4, it's just a big fat 4. You don't you don't get a nearly mint or whatever. But yeah, 4 on that one. I know all you Pokemon fans aren't here to see the Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'll move on swiftly. Another one of my favourite cards here, Brooklet Hill. Yeah, 10, 9, 9, 9. So very nearly a pretty perfect card. There's not too much wrong with it. I agree with the 9 centering because it was slightly off when I looked at it. But we managed to get the 9 mint, which obviously makes sense with the averages. If one more was a 10, it would have probably got the pristine 10. But yeah, I think these slabs look sick, I'm not going to lie. I know when I posted a post saying I was going to do a review on these cards, some people were like, oh well, have you not heard the bad, like, negative comments, have you heard this, blah blah blah. I just didn't listen. I wanted to try it out for myself. I want to show you guys in the description, my subscribers, shall I say, the cards that they've been like bringing out and the quality of them. So if I can show you guys how good they are, and if we can create a positive post, then it might help get graded, but also it will help you guys decide whether or not you want to get these slabs from GetGraded. I mean, I know I just wanted some slabs just to protect my cards, and we get another 10. We've got a 10, 10, 9.5 and 8.5 centering, so not far off the flawless. The centering's obviously slightly off. It doesn't look too bad in my eyes, but on the back it's a little bit worse by the looks of it. But yeah, another 10, which is fantastic. Station, amazing, rare. So we've got several 10s already, which is nice to see. Another one of my favourite cards I sent off Station V full art. A beautiful card. 9, 9, 9.5 and a 10 should make a 9. There we go. So not far from an average of 9.5. So it's definitely a high 9, but not good enough to be a 10. Again, another one I thought was pretty good when I sent it off, so wasn't expecting anything less. From Hidden Fate Circuitry, centering's gonna take this down a little bit because it's a 7, which you can see it is off on the front. We still managed the 9 because of the 2 9.5s, which obviously hold the average up just enough to make it a 9. Fairly clean. Like I said, these aren't going to hold the value of a PSA card or anything like that. We've got a shiny Curlier here. I have been checking most of the spellings. I haven't checked all of them, to be honest, because I'm just getting carried away with the grades. But as you can see, looks pretty good. 10 surfaces, 10 edges, an 8 on the centering, which is so annoying because it's 9.5 on the corner, so not far off. Pretty much a perfect card. 2 10s and 9.5, but because of that 8 for the centering, which is fair enough because it is a little bit over to this side by the looks of it, especially this top corner, it's down to a 9, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm sure Jordan's putting this one in her collection. Another Pokemon she would like to collect. So that's through all of my cards. This is Matt's pile now. I know Matt sent a load of nice cards. He had the shiny Charizard, which is going to be at the back, Jordan said, that I pulled for him on live stream, a 9 for the Alakazam V full art. I nearly sent my one off, but the centering is a little bit worse than this one, so I didn't bother. But a 9, pretty good. Again, The print quality looks fairly good, fairly consistent most of the way through. I'm sure if I put some side by side at some point and take a picture, you might be able to notice some differences. But we've got an 8.5, 9.5, 9.5 and a 9. So I'm assuming this is a 9. This is the one that so Matt's daughter Macy won on the giveaway, the Rainbow Malamar VMAX, another 9. Sick looking card. Again, most of these cards are packed fresh, so I'm expecting, like we've had, an average of probably 9s across the board, other than the odd few. We have Sun and Moon Solgaleo GX. Oh, so this one's got a year error on it. It says 2016, but has a 2017, so it's an error card. I didn't even realise that. I'm not sure if Matt realised that either. I'm assuming Sun and Moon base is 2017 then. That would make, does that make sense? I might have to look that up in a second and find out for you guys. But yeah, it says it's got a year error on it. I'm assuming, one, they've put it on there to show it's an error card, and two, they put it on there so that they don't get problems with people saying that they've miswrote something. But that is a mint 9. So a 9 error card. It's a bit of a different one. We'll see if there's any more Sun and Moon in here, because if there is, we'll be able to compare it. We've got Nessa full art from Vivid Voltage. Is that a 6 on the surfaces? Is it a little bit scratched? I'm sure you guys can't see much. I can potentially see a few scratches and stuff, but obviously some cards they might have marked quite harshly. It does just depend. I know they try and be as consistent as possible, but that has got a 7 overall, which the surfaces with a 6 definitely let it down. That lovely full art Nessa there. Right. We got a Scizor V from Darkness Ablaze. I'm going to go through these quite quickly now. We've got a Nearman 8. If there's any 10s or any cards that are pretty cool, I will slow down a little bit. Some of these are just normal Vs or promos. So this is the Pikachu V promo from the V Power Tins. That got a 7 as well. So some harsher grades here. There must be some sort of scratches on the cards or something like that that makes them downgrade the surfaces. I'm pretty sure Matt puts most things into sleeves from packs, and obviously most of these were in top loaders or semi-rigids. Again, this is the other amazing rare Celebi, a 10. Like I said, both of them looked pretty perfect, so I didn't expect anything less from these ones. Celebi 009185. I mean, as much as I can review them, I can just tell you my experience. I had pretty good communication most of the way, just via Facebook Messenger or email. Here we have a gold twin energy. We have a 9. So yeah, the communication wasn't too bad until the end, when I didn't get an email saying that they were on the way with the tracking number, as they do advertise that they would do. Which obviously they arrived in one piece, so it doesn't matter in my case. But if it didn't arrive, and I didn't know it was supposed to be coming, as we get a 10 for the Gengar from Shiny Star V. That's pretty nice to see. But obviously if they didn't arrive and I didn't know about them, I'd be chasing them and they'd be like, oh, we were supposed to give you a tracking number. So on that front, that is a problem. That is a negative, I'm going to have to say. I had to wait quite a while with the labels as well, as I think I've already mentioned, as we get a 7 here. And the only other thing that's even remotely a little bit negative is the fact that someone that I watched get their top loaders back from the same company, but then I didn't get any top loaders or semi-rigids of Matt's back. So it's a bit of a strange one, but something that they might not be doing. It might have just been a one-off with that one guy, but a little bit unfair if you let one guy have his top loaders back and other people not, because they're so hard to come by at the minute. Near mint 8 on this one, with 2 8s, an 8.5 and a 9, so not far off a 9. Again, probably pack fresh straight into a sleeve, but centering surfaces and edges, letting it down a little bit there. And we've got another Japanese card here. We have got a Lapras VMAX, which hopefully is a half decent one. Yep, there we go. We've got a 9 with 9 surfaces, 8.5 edges, 9 centering, 9.5 corners. So yeah, that literally averages a 9. So that's pretty good. Right, we're down to the last card. This is the shiny Charizard next. This is what Matt's been waiting for. He's had to watch this whole video of me rambling on. I hope there's other people with me to see this. Oh, look at those subgrades. This card was flawless. I pulled it straight out of pack, straight into sleeve and top loader from one of my live streams. 9.5, 9.5, 10 and 10. So this is quite annoying because I feel like if you can give it a 9.5 on surfaces and edges, could you not have given it a 10 to give it a flawless 10? But instead it is a pristine 10. I mean, to think I've pulled Matt a lovely 10 shiny Charizard V. It's crazy. I pulled the rainbow for myself. I pulled this live stream. I pulled this live on a live stream for Matt. And wow, pristine 10 shiny Charizard V. Again, all the quality looks pretty good. I think these slabs look brilliant. Other people might disagree with something about them that they don't like. But this is a big sample size. I've seen some people send 1 or 2 off and come back and say, oh, this has got a problem or this has got a problem. I am hoping that they've improved their quality control on those mistakes. I hope that they are teething problems that they experienced. And yeah, like, it would be great to have a UK grading company that is successful and is worth sending your cards off to. Obviously, this was £10 a card, I believe. So just to even just get it in a slab with a grade, I mean, that's pretty good. Pardon me. But to pay for that and to have your card graded and to have it protected for so long, it is what it is. It's, you pay for what you get, and I think they've done a pretty superb job of the actual slabs. I'm not going to get involved in the politics of it all. If people want to say what they want to say about certain people or the company or whatever, if I thought it was a bad £10 that I've spent on each one of these cards, I would definitely tell all my subscribers and the community, don't get yourself any of these cards because it's not worth the money. But I'm not going to stand here and say slab with GetGraded because you're going to get lots of money from it, because again, it's not PSA. So yeah, make up your own mind. This is for me to have some slabs in my collection to protect some of my cards. Potentially one day they could increase in value if GetGraded becomes successful, and I hope they do get a longer term and a chance to show everyone what they can do. But I'm not going to say that it's perfect. I'm not going to say that they're not going to last, because they might do, they might not. But everyone's got to give them a chance. I've given them a chance. I'm pretty much over the moon with most of the slabs. I will have a proper look through now. If I find anything extra, then I'll either make another video on it or I'll add it onto the end of this one. But this one is already very long, so that's why I'm rushing this outro. But guys, subscribe to the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Comment in the comment section what you think of these slabs. I will definitely send more off for my own personal preference. I think the cards look sick. I think the slabs look sick. So I will be sending off more in the future. So if this is the sort of video you like to watch, then let me know, and I will do plenty more of these. I will try and send some off to PSA and other places as well. But obviously that would take a lot longer to come back to me, so I would be making a lot less videos. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this review, and peace. Thank you for watching.